Hello everyone, and welcome to a slightly late start for our Cowcornia stream, the Monday midday stream. Today we are looking at the Cowcornia world in Minecraft 21w44a, the latest snapshot for Minecraft 1.18. A little bit different this time. We are going underground because in this snapshot they don't just have deep slate below the old Y0. Now there's supposed to be caves down there. So we're going to take a look. I've done a little bit of pre-digging here, as you can maybe see. Basically digging down to where the bedrock was. And as you can see, it's all deep slate here. It's just a little 21 by 21 block area here. And I'm doing this in creative mode, so I don't really have to have all this armor on, but you know, it looks nice. It's shiny. All right, so let's see what's going to go on below there. I guess we'll continue from our steps here. We'll go here because, well, I mean, I can fly, but oh, I missed a thing there. It was buried, but that's cool. I'll pop that on there just to make it look nice. A little bit of stuff down here. Uh-oh, and looks like we have some stone down here. Now I have heard that there are some issues with... Get away from there, kitty. That there are some issues with the generation down here. So we're going to see what we find. So far it's stone rather than deep slate. That is an issue because we are at Y-7. This should be all deep slate down here. And at some point we should be hitting caves. Okay. Just dark. Okay. All right, I'm hearing a cave. Or something in it anyway. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Shoot. I'm gonna need a bucket. Okay, I'm gonna need an empty bucket because this does not empty when I... Okay. Alright, well, that was interesting. Okay, so here, what I meant to do is put this down. Okay, that's just stone there. Okay. With redstone in it. So it's not even doing the ores with the deep slate. Oh, it looks like some tuff down here. So we got something going on. Besides just stone. Where are we at? We're at -26. We've heard a cave. Haven't dug down to one yet. Do I have the brightness up? I'm going to turn that all the way up. For the sake of the stream. Alright. It's for the greater good. Okay, at this point someone's supposed to comment for the greater good or the greater good in the comments. I don't know. Anyway. If you know what that's reference to, then you know. If you don't, then you don't. At some point, we're going to run into a cave down here. I just know it. We may have to X-ray to find it. But right now, we're just doing our typical stair-step drilling down, as opposed to mining straight down, which everyone tells you don't do, and probably for good reason. Where are we now? Minus 53. We're getting near the bottom. And so far, we're not finding stuff. We are in 1.18 right? Yeah. And I do believe I copied this world directly from the 1.17. Okay, we've got a little gravel here. So it's like actual stuff down here. But so far, not caves. Unless you count that one that we made. Oh, okay. Now, we're at minus 62. But look what we got here. We have void. Because it looks like the bedrock at the bottom down here is not generating. Isn't that something? All right. Let's watch some more fall. We'll do... There it goes. Out of the world it goes. And I'm going to fly, just so we can see down here. And yeah, that is all stone. Okay, it's rendering farther out over there. We do have some tuff here, so, and a little bit of redstone over here. Let me grab a lantern so we can get a little light down here. Don't think I need the stairs. Oh, I can't place it down here. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Where's my hole? There it is. Well, I can put that there. Yeah, so we can hang lanterns like that. And get a little bit of light. So, yeah. As you can see, there is no bedrock down there. If you are planning to dig down deep in the snapshot, be wary of that. Be mindful of your Y level. And that's kind of what we got down here right now. Let's... Okay, let's kind of go up a little bit here. We're going to go up to the midway point, about Y32 or so. That's about midway between the old limit and the new. 33, yeah, 32. That's fine. And we're going to just tunnel this way. See if we run into any caves in here. Oh, we're getting some ore here. Now that is actually some deep slate ore. Or is it tough? Yeah, deep slate iron ore. Maybe it generated in tough. So we're getting some ore generation. Will we get actual caves? I was kind of hoping that as we dug down, we would just dig out. Oh, look at you. I'm in creative, so if I mine those, it's going to destroy them. So I'm just going to mine around. So where are the caves? There should be caves down here. I was specifically promised caves. So far we've been finding veins of tough and ore, which is an improvement. It is. Although the lack of bedrock at the bottom is not. Should we do some side bores here? Oh, what is that there? That is clay. Interesting. I wonder if that means we're getting into could that be a let's call it lush cave? This is part of? Maybe not. We just got a seam of clay. That is weird. Oops. It's just clay. It's just a bit of clay in here. Clear out a little bit around it. I don't know. Maybe maybe it goes the other way. Maybe not. Well, I was hoping maybe that might lead us to a lush cave, but perhaps not. And there's some more clay. Could be we just got veins of clay. I keep hoping for just a dramatic entrance to a cave, but we don't seem to be hitting that. So disappointing. All right, cave, where are you? They said there would be caves. Where are the caves? I could have been up there looking at cliffs, but now I'm down here, like, not looking at caves. All right, you know what? We're going to go spectator. Because why not? Oh, that's right. I just installed the Java update 1701, as you can see in the upper right corner, and had to allow it through the firewall there locally. All right. Let's see. Game mode. Spectator. All right. What do we got here? Do we have any actual caves in here? It does not look like we have actual caves in here. Why are we not seeing anything under here? Okay, well this was our Y0. Right around here. So yeah, we've got some over here. But we have like a big empty area here that we were mining in. Oh man. No wonder. What is this? Am I in lava? Maybe there's a big lava pit there. Wow. Okay. So yeah, okay, it is generating. It's just that we totally missed it. That's the problem. We just totally missed all these caves. Somehow we dug down into an area that had none of the caves underneath. And look at them. They're great caves. What the heck? How far do we have to go to get to caves? It's a ways over there. Can we go at this level and find caves? Let's speed over. Would we intercept one? No, not quite. All right. I'm still bent on having my dramatic entrance to a cave at some point. So let's come over here. Will we hit one going this way? Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. All right. Well, you know what? We're gonna try. Let's see if I can get back in here. It's tricky because it like kind of drifts a bit. All right. Game mode. Creative. Okay. Let's head this way. We're going to make our dramatic cave entrance yet. We know they're there. They're all around us. So if you are digging down underneath the Y0 in a converted world in this snapshot, don't despair if you're not seeing any caves yet. Apparently there are big areas that don't have them. Oh, diamonds. Got that anyway. We'll get there. Come on, cave. Should I X-ray again? Okay. Sounds like it's ahead. It is it above or below? I cannot tell. Maybe this way. Got some gold. Now it's on the left. Aha. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our cave. A little flying room, and in we go. And it is, except for lava down there. Pretty dark. Where are we hearing our dudes? We're hearing our dudes up here. Hello, dudes. Sorry, dude. Can I get through? Dang, I can't get through here. Get him. Alright, and you too. Go away. Alright, so where can we find some natural lighting down here? It looks like some lichen down here. We've got not a lot of light. Not a lot of light. I'll just put that right on the gold. Good choice. Good choice. Alright, let's just hop on down. Back to flying. I'm hoping. Alright, you know what? We're going to go back to spectator. Just cuz. Alright, so what do we got? We were in this little cave here. Which, well, eventually, well, does it connect to here? Yeah, it does connect to here. This nice big gallery here. Looks like there's a couple of geodes over in that direction. And if we had... Where's our tunnel? Where is our tunnel? Jeez. Okay. Nope, that is my mine. Okay, tunnel's over here. Hidden behind a cave here. Alright, so yeah, we just about drove right by it. Went right underneath a nice little lush cave area over here. Or at least it's lush on the ceilings, if not on the floor. Over here we have some actual axolotls and some fish. Looks like they whacked a fish over here. I've been seeing sometimes in some of these caves where you'll have springs like this. Sometimes you'll get glow squids spawning down here, like just in the waterfall, and then they flow down to wherever and they just flop around, and it's weird. Okay, this fish is a little bit grounded here. Can we help it? Whoa, that's right, we're in spectator. Can't do anything with them. A couple of these fishes went on land and perished. This one's probably going to be pretty soon after, and probably turn yellow like that. But with the axolotl, I'll get to them. So yeah, you do have a few things underneath. We got geodes. We've got some of these big caves here. They do have a little bit of a different character to them. You do have some of these. Oh, here's a dungeon over here. Oh, and it looks like it opens up to to this cave. That's neat. I can't open. Loot not generated yet. Oh, interesting. That would be because I'm in spectator, I guess. Let's see. Going creative. Loot generated? Oh yeah, and now it's starting to spawn monsters. Yep, now we got loot. That's interesting. Did not know that about creative. Alright, so we got a little zombie spawner out here. With a little window out onto the cave and then a little entrance to it. And out they come. Now, are they going to fall down here and die? I don't know. They might. Usually they're not that stupid. And here we have a nice little skeleton. Another one down there. Hey, skeleton. Bye, skeleton. Alright. So I'd like to see where this interfaces with the new generation. Like the completely new generation. See, like over here, this is my atrium base. It's all my villagers just happily villaging. Farms down below. There's the ocean. And this other section over here, which I've, kind of built balconies into, but I haven't really built anything off it. It's just there mostly for potential. But anyway, we want to get to the new stuff. And for that, I'm going to go back into creative so I can jam a compass over here. You have some idea of which direction we're going. And usually in creative, we've been heading off, or in these snapshots to take a look at old and new world borders. We've been heading off in this direction. Come on, chunks, load up. These are already generated, although it might be converting them right now. Yeah, that's something to consider. When you are traveling around a converted world, I'm thinking, I don't think it will do like all the conversion like when you're first loading it. I think it will kind of do it as you're walking around. Which will make it kind of interesting to see if they were to take this world and then update it later with a later snapshot. Well, will it fill in under the, as yet not re-explored chunks with the newer generation, the newer Sub-Zero generation? Interesting question, I think. All right, so ought to be coming up on it before too long here. Now this island, it looks pretty chunky, but I don't think that is an actual chunk border there, as far as, well, the chunk borders, but not, version border. Okay, here we are at the border. I remember the spot now. That little slope right there, and you can see the different ocean types here. A nice straight little border there, and then over this way, and then over there. That was the extent of the old world, and we had this one little sharp little spike of land right here in this corner that was there, and previous to the terrain blending, it would just be that spike there, up against whatever else was generated from 1.18. Now it kind of blends in. In this case, it's kind of drawing up the seabed, and then they replace it with plains, I guess, or grassy or grass blocks anyway, and a tree or two as well. But if you go over it, Yeah, it's ocean. And over here it is as well, but it was going into mountains, presumably. All right, so this is what we want to get to. We want to see what's going on here in the caves down below. So we're gonna go back to spectator. We're just gonna cut to the chase here. And as we go down, down, down into the depths, spectator, the eyes adjust really fast in spectator apparently. This is the edge right here. And we're going down right into a cave actually that we went through. And here you can kind of see the edge, where the new terrain generation is just kind of butting up against the edge of the old terrain generation. And we do have this part here where it seemed to have kind of cut in there. Over here, it just gets right up to an edge. Now here's a spot where apparently there was just this big lava cave, or lava at the bottom of the ocean here, and intersects this part here. Now this is interesting because this right here. So this is old generation here. Like there's like a little bit of lava right there. That's kind of neat. That is odd. Are we in lava? We might be in lava right now. Yeah, we're in lava. So this was like this big lava lake with water on it, but there was water over on this side as well. So this whole face of it got turned to... can't do anything like that in spectator. Okay. And then we got a little bit of lava here as well. Just kind of flowing down. But it's interesting how underneath here, that was the old growth there. And, okay, so this spot down here, I'm thinking used to be bedrock. Or seeing this other rocks right here. But it also became some of this other rock as well, instead of deep slate. That's interesting. That is weird. More deep slate over here. But yeah, I was kind of making veins there. I wonder what that looked like. I'm guessing that all this was bedrock before the switch over. And this over here is, of course, new terrain generation entirely. It just happened to be a deep spot in the ocean here. And then over here, it looks like we got some new cave generation going on underneath. So, yeah, it looks like the new cave generation, it looks like it's kind of contiguous with the new blocks, with the new chunks. And I'm going to set the time of day so we can see a little better. So yeah, I think we're hitting on borders here. It's hard to tell in some places. This looks like a border here. But then you get down below 0, and the cave generation, it does continue. So it looks like if you dig down below, and okay, let me frames per second here. But yeah, it looks like if you go down below Y0 and meet up with a with a cave that's you know, newly generated down there. It looks like that could run over. What the heck? Where is my land? Got some dudes over here. Where's my land at? This is odd. This is weird. Okay, why is this doing this? Okay, there it comes. Wow. Okay, that was unexpected. Don't know why I did that, but it did. Maybe it's just still loading the chunks. So yeah, we still got the same kind of stuff going on at the border here. I don't know that they've done anything up on the surface to kind of blend the biomes. It does not look like they have. They're pretty sharply divided still. So that's kind of unchanged since the last snapshot. I have been doing also some explorations of this world completely reseeded in the new snapshot. Just looking around for some interesting landmarks. From that, I will probably just do a YouTube only video, kind of highlighting some of the things there, maybe showing how those sites have changed over time through the various snapshots. Because we've been going through quite a few, and a number of them have been just completely changing the landscape altogether. Just completely. And just things are just utterly different. All right, so we've done a little bit of exploration down below. I think let's do a little bit more up top. Along the borders. I've not gone this way since they started with the terrain blending, and I think kind of looks like, yeah, the border's over here. You can see down in the ocean here where that kind of changes. Let me see what it thinks we're going from here. So here we have ocean, cold ocean rather, and then savanna. This is savanna. But it like, oh, and then a river. Okay. So that's why it dips down. I was wondering. And then warm ocean. So yeah, it's supposed to be like a little river going up into the savanna here. Who knows how extensive the savanna would have been. But in this converted world, it's not so much. All right, the border seems to be along here. Got warm ocean here, and then ocean. Ocean still. Windswept hills. Yeah, windswept hills here. And then taiga. Which is weird. Okay, I guess that's taiga, yeah. And then lukewarm ocean. So this is interesting how they've kind of blended that, because this I'm pretty sure is new land. This little spot here kind of doesn't look like it blended all that well. Come on, eyes. Yeah, that, like... Wow, that's just like a waterfall here. So, oh, okay, that's the question. Was this a ravine here? Wow, okay, that's interesting. It kind of looks like there was a ravine here in the taiga, and it's right up against the ocean. Wow. Okay, so that's something that's going to need to be worked on. When you got a ravine getting cut by, you know, butting up against the ocean like this, wow, what do you do then? Do you flood it? Do a literal flood fill of that thing? Hello, dolphin. Okay, so it's got some spill over here, but not so much here. That is, yeah, so it's like going down into it. We're in this block, we're in taiga still, and then lukewarm ocean. So there is some water spillage coming in, but it's just not filling up this whole thing. That's just not how the water works in this game. So wow, that would be an interesting sight if you were like tunneling out from here and came across this just curtain of ocean in front of you. Wow. That is pretty cool. And of course that stops. Hey guys. Yep. Oh, one of these dudes. Is there a structure down here for him? Oh, he's just spinny. Wow, lots of caves down here. There's some neat ocean caves in 1.18. So, yeah, I think conduits are going to be a big deal in 1.18 because, you know, otherwise how are you going to explore? All right, so yeah, we had that border there, and it would just, yes, that's got to be a ravine. That's got to be like, you know, part of a ravine there. Maybe I should come over here in 1.17 just to see what's there. I'm gonna get this coordinates and then and save that. Yeah, I didn't have all my notes up because I had just been working on a computer because it had it's been crashing on me. Narrowed it down to something to do with a video card. And it frequently happens just while I am like watching YouTube or whatever. Okay, down to some low FPS. Okay, continuing on. So yeah, here we have an interesting juncture of, yeah, snow and jungle. Which, yeah, if they're going to be doing this, I think they're going to have to do some blending, not just of elevations, but also of the hot to cold gradient that they appear to use. I have also advocated that in addition to hot to cold, they also do wet to dry. You know, kind of make it a two-dimensional, you know, biome gradient. Because they seem to be using like a big smooth noise field to go kind of hot to cold to generate, you know, what kind of zones, what kind of biome zones you're in, and then do things, you know, within that. But I'm thinking it should have that one more parameter, the wet to dry. So if you go from like a cold, dry biome, this looks relatively cold and dry. That ought to be going to, you know, like maybe a plains or something. And then as it gets warmer, go up to like, you know, savanna. Then maybe desert. It's got a little shelter from the snow there. Like a little meadow underneath that. Kind of neat. But what I've not been seeing in 21w43 and 44 so far is the big giant mountains. Maybe it just happens to be the seed that I'm in that hasn't had them. Maybe there's something gone awry. I don't know. All right, where did this... Where is it in here? Where is the border? Could it be over here? That looks like a pretty steep peak there. Maybe it goes this way. Oh, that looks pretty diagonal. And that is going right across there. But I don't know. Yeah, that might be blended. It's hard to say sometimes. You get into some terrain where it's like difficult to tell. See all that? That's definitely new generation. Over this way kind of looks old, maybe? Don't know. Well, we might have, well, we can't... Oh, it just turned. Oh my goodness. I'm an idiot. It just took a left turn. How did I miss that? Oh yeah, the stuff on the sides was still generating as we were going by, and I didn't see it. That's why. So yeah, again, here we have snow on the one side, old generation, and then forest over here, which... That'll be some kind of blending between those. I'm thinking maybe for the blending between biomes, for the terrain, they just kind of, kind of stretch and shrink, I think, the terrain on the new side to kind of fit it into, morph it into what's on the edge of the old chunks. For the biomes, yeah, again, they're going to have to do something like that with the hot and cold stuff. And I'm thinking maybe put a little bit more horizontal noise so that the borders are not so straight, Have a little bit better transition, I'm thinking. So I'm hoping to see some nice big mountains around here. Because I want to see ocean transitioning to, like, some lofty peaks and stuff. That's what I want to see. So nice deep ocean just bordering right on the mountains, and a good sizable biome as well, so that it's just, it's got enough room to actually get up there. Because it seems like there's like the terrain at the edge kind of places a limit, and as we saw when I was looking at the Borderlands in my video for 21w43, should be right now, should still be in the archives, I think, on Twitch. If you don't find it there, you can take a look at the YouTube channel. Should be there. But what we're seeing on that is, depending on what the biome was on the new side, it seemed to allow a steeper transition for you know, for the higher altitude biomes that it was, you know, transitioning to. Which, you know, makes a certain amount of sense. Okay, so what are we looking at here? It looks like things went over this way, maybe. Got our little mushroom fields here, our little mushrooms down below. So cute. We didn't get the moo bloom. I thought that one was cute. Maybe not as useful and exciting as a glow squid, which I think a lot of people voted for just to be able to get the glowy ink sacs and apply that to stuff, which, you know, is useful. All right, so this is going up into jungle, like kind of a jungly mountain up there, or at least a tall hill. So what are they calling this up here? Just jungle? Forest right here, of course. And then jungle. Yep. Peak, mid-inlet, yeah. I don't know how to read all that stuff on that biome builder section on the debug. Kind of looks like it goes this way. Maybe. Hard to tell. This is one of those little ambiguous spots on the terrain generation. Hold on for a moment. I have a text. All right, let's see. But yeah, it's kind of hard to find the border here. Is it over this way? We're going to let some more generate. Get a little better idea. That looks like old style mountains there. And this looks like new style rivers over here. Okay. So where is the border? That looks like a new style river. Okay. That looks like a border of the terrain generation. And it's a little more subtle, but maybe you can see there. A little bit different color in the grass, maybe? Or is it just me? Okay. So yeah, border here. So far, I'm not really seeing anything crazy as far as structures crossing the border. I'm wondering if that's something that that they have addressed. Because actually, I did like a whole video on odd structures crossing the borders. Okay, yeah, this is definitely old mountains. Stony Shore, river. Maybe ocean. Okay, well, this is ocean. Stony Shore, ocean. Okay, this is a little bit of weirdness here. Not quite sure what to make of it. All right, what do we got there? Oh, that's just some sand. But this does kind of appear to be the border, or is it? I am not certain any longer. Maybe that's the border there. Are we going this way? Wow, I'm just totally confused at this point as to where that border might be. It could be over here. That is a really small bit of jungle here. And yeah, that's a pretty sharp angle right there. So it looks like it comes over this way. And it looks like we might take another turn here. Because here, okay, now here we're seeing some of the big tall peaks blending into, I guess this is this plains over here. Let's pop over here. This is, yeah, plains. And then come over this way. Sparse jungle. Still sparse jungle. Have to go up a bit. Forest. And stony peaks. All right, so here's some stony peaks, and then we got whatever that is over there. Just coming up from the old plains over here. So this slope here, this wall here, this appears to be like perhaps it's hard to say because it's got the jungle down here which looks like it's from, you know, 1.18 generation. It's hard to say because it does start off fairly level with it, and then it goes up. So this might just be purely 1.18 over here. I may have to revisit this. I'm going to take the coordinates here. That's something I want to come back and look at. But I'll do that later. Right now we're just having a little look around. Just to see what's what. Now this is clearly some old mountains here. And it looks like we've got a little right angle here. So we got gravelly hills going to forest. Windswept gravelly hills. And let's set the day. And it looks like it comes up over this way. All right, this might be maybe more of a border, more bordering on the mountains, but again, it looks like, yeah, this is just getting into forest over here, and then windswept hills over this side. So yeah, don't really have a clear division. I'm really hoping to find some place with like just ocean bordering on mountains. Old ocean, new mountains. Just to see how that just rises up out of the sea. But I'm not even sure where the border is now. Might be over this way. Hard to say. Letting some more load in. See if we can find some sharp lines of delineation here. Just checking the stream. All right. So So maybe this is the border over here. I don't know. Hard to say exactly where it's come. It looks like a little bit of a right angle here. But where does it go to after that? See, they have done the terrain generation very well. You know, pretty well. At least pretty well. So it gets to the point where if you are looking at the border between old generation and new generation of some very similar biomes, then it's going to be hard to say. It's going to be hard to tell where that borderline is. And if you get too long a stretch with that, if you're trying to follow the border, you're going to have a tough time. So at this point, we're just going to look over here. Because this is the kind of terrain that I like. You know? Some nice big cliffs by the sea. There's just something to the aesthetic that I just like. Well, there's some pumpkins growing right on the edge there. Good luck getting those. Guess you have to follow the ridge up here and dig to them. But they're available if you spot them. If you're in survival, not quite sure those are easily spottable, except from the water. So it looks like we may have lost the edge of the worlds here. I am not sure where they are. I wish there was some indication in the debug, you know, to tell you where you are as far as old and new, or what. Okay, this could be the border here. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I think we've pretty much lost it, unless this is, I don't know. Is it not? Let's follow this. Whatever, we'll follow it. Because that kind of looks like New River. Kind of looks like New River generation here. I'm thinking. Old stuff ought to be over this way, I think. Unless I'm completely turned around. And we can always just head, you know, point towards spawn and find it that way. So yeah, a lot of the rivers in here are looking kind of new. So I don't know, maybe we just overshot. And this is definitely looking new. Maybe we just overshot the edge and just shot off on a tangent. It's kind of looking like that. Kind of looking like that. Although this could be it. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is where we turn. Yeah, this is kind of looking like it here. Or did we come the other way? I don't know. I am so thoroughly lost. But yeah, this looks like old mountains here. Over that way, that's definitely looking new. So yeah, I think we've regained our edge. But yeah, I think the most interesting thing as far as development of how it transitions from old worlds to new is how the caves down below are starting to generate, including the lush caves, which is nice. But the bedrock down at the new world bottom, that is not generating. And that could be a problem if you're digging down there. So if you're going to be tunneling down deep in this snapshot, and maybe the next one, don't know. Presumably they would fix it in the next one. I would hope so. I would think that would be kind of a priority thing to get that established, because that kind of delineates where all the other caves and such can go. So, yeah, assuming that they do fix that, yeah, until then, be very careful. Very careful digging down. Because you could just find yourself just plummeting. Like all those gravel blocks that we let drop. That was kind of neat watching them. So anyway, I think that is going to about do it for today. Because we've kind of reached the limits of what we can find in this world. Oh, got a nice little sunken ship down there. So anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Or today, rather. And I hope it was interesting getting lost in the overworld with me. And also having some difficulty finding a caves. So if you can't find a caves right away down below the old Y0 limit in your old chunks, they're there. You might hit a big empty area like I did. There are ores there. There are things to be found there. But it looks like a couple things going on. It's doing stone instead of deep slate. Or it should be doing more deep slate down there. And it is not putting the bedrock down below. So, yeah, a couple little bugs there. But I'm sure they'll work on that. I'm sure that they will get that working a lot better. So, until then, and once they do, we will, of course, revisit it. This is a nice little island here. I like it. Until then, goodbye.